Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everyone had a good Thursday. I hope you're all having a great Friday so far today. So we're going to do some Satisfactory today. We are at the tail end of Phase 5. We should be able to finish it today. I think. We're real close. So I'm going to get the game booted up so we can start. We're still trying to ship nuclear pastas. Once those are done, we'll shift that over to the ballistic warp drives, which we got to ship 200 of, and then it's over. It's done. Which is crazy. Matt, Zell, FLCL, Scuzzy, how's it going? Happy Friday. I'm wiped out. I'm wiped out, man. Therapy was rough yesterday. But I got myself a milkshake afterwards. I put a post on Blue Sky, and it apparently resonated. It is by a long shot the most engagement I've ever gotten on Blue Sky. My therapist recommended after every session to grab myself a sweet treat, like a childhood favorite candy or something. So I went and got myself a black and white milkshake, and son of a, it was really nice. It was really nice. Stupid milkshakes. Ballistic rockets are the fastest part of Phase 5. Yeah, they don't. The nuclear pasta are really going to be the thing that like is the slowest. But you only need 200. We need 150 more nuclear pastas right now. And then 200 of those things. Oh, we do. The biochemical sculptors are still going. I don't know how much longer that's going to take. So we're making one nuclear pasta a minute. We might not finish today. I don't think I have the power overhead to overclock these. Maybe I do. I'm making 2 per minute. I'm gonna do it. Alright, where are the biochemical sculptors being made? Those are coming up there, which are coming from down below. It's gonna be weird when this game is done. Have I mentioned that?
Just float around tugboat people.
Zelda, thank you for gifting I Drink Your Milkshake sub. That'll be 8 per minute. 10 per minute. You okay, Matt? Are you need a space in there. Just, you know, throwing that out there. Might wanna. Yeah. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Gotcha. I thought you were trying to like spam paste an emote. Maybe I need a break. Maybe I need a break. Since it's the people that care that are here right now. One of the big things that I've been talking about in therapies, at least yesterday, was my stream and everything going on and my burnout and everything. And my therapist has firmly and strongly recommended that I take a break. Very strongly worded recommendation that I take a break. I tell everyone in chat who's burned out to stop doing the thing, so... Well, here's the thing. The last time I took a stream break, which, granted, was a forced stream break because my house flooded. I lost and never recovered more than half of my viewership. So that, you know, that is that. I could probably turn this off, right? I should have enough of those for those. Right? Right? How many of those do I need? I need to make 200. I need 2 per minute for 1, so I need 400. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's definitely 16 on that belt. All right, I could turn this off then. That'll save me some power. This one's off too. Okay, I'm worried about my power production. that's where I'm at. That is gonna choke this off because we're not gonna get enough dark matter. Although I think this is running. No, this is paused. So we're definitely gonna run out of dark matter once this empties, which is fine. We should have. Yeah. Okay. Kim, good morning. Kimby, good morning. I could expand my power. I should be... I should be fine. My max consumption is 38,000. My capacity is 32. It's fine. I'll be fine. Everything will be A-okay. Used modular frame should be... Okay, yeah. Alright. The blue line over the gray is always a solid strat. It's fine. It's fine. I have, like, my consumption is spiking at 24. This is if every machine everywhere cycles on all at once, which really isn't going to happen. A lot of stuff is just off. Like, that, most of that factory is not running consistently because it's just full. So I'll be fine. Probably. That should be fine. Like, these aren't running because I have a bajillion heat sinks. Because I don't really need the cooling systems anymore. So, yeah, we'll definitely be fine on power. We'll be good. Did these have sloops in them? No, right? No, just overclocked. That doesn't have a sloop. Does that have a sloop? No. None of these are sloops, right? Yeah, okay. So really, I mean, this would be kind of boring. We're just waiting for this stuff to run. There's not much else I can do. I mean, the other thing we have to make is queued up. The biochemical sculptors are going. Those we're making 10 per minute. So all of this is queued up. These are powered. We just need the nuclear pasta to come into here. And then we're good to go. And by that time, the biochemical sculptors should be finishing up. Pay will be docked for the time the machines are turned off. That's fair. You know, that is fair. Yeah, like this is barely running because we have like no dark matter residue left in those pipes. But we should have more than enough dark matter crystals. Because we need 20 per minute for that. And 40... We need 800 dark matter crystals? Or is it 8,000? Yes, you overdid it. I should have overdone it. I should have overclocked those from the beginning and built up a lot more than I did. How much of this do I have? Do I have any of that in storage? I have containers of that over at the main base. I'm not, like, super worried about running out of it. Two, 4, 6, 8, 1,000, 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got like 2,000 of those built up. Should be enough. Should be. I'm gonna go grab more of that SAM stuff and then we'll loop back. It's gonna be weird. I will say, I am looking forward to finishing it because then I might do 1.2 experimental and just mess around with random generation because that's very exciting. One of the things when you've played this game as much as I have, there's kind of like, you know, like your fuel gens and power structures kind of always going to be here or at the blue crater or, you know, there's limited places where you're going to set that stuff up. So by remixing all those nodes, that's going to make it very interesting. And also, it could just be really challenging. Because you might end up with one oil node in one spot and nothing else nearby, or, you know, that's just fun. COVID really broke all of us. What a weird timeline, right? I know, it's been ages since I finished a game. I don't really count blueprints, because, like, I finished blueprints, but also, like, I didn't. Like, there was still a couple puzzles that I hadn't figured out. They didn't really have any consequence to the actual progress of the game or anything. It was just like, I would like to know what those answers are. So that one kind of counts, but... But a lot of the games that I play, there's not really a... There's not necessarily an end, a defined end. You could say that I finished Planet Zoo, because if your zoo gets so ridiculous that it just breaks the game engine and it can't support any more content in the zoo, I think that counts as finishing a game, right? Right? Come on. It definitely does. Sure. I mean, if you want to be technical about it, finishing this game means you need to get the golden nut. But that's the stuff that I hate. I don't want to do that. That's just grinding for no purpose. That's 1,000 tickets. And I've had stuff being put into syncs for like 150 plus hours. And I have like 400 tickets. Not even, like 140 tickets, rather. Keep making pasta and sync. Yeah. And, I mean, the real answer is DNA capsules, to be fair. Particularly if you sloop the protein and then sloop the capsules. That's really the way to do it. But again, I don't want to. That's just nonsense, really. One of the things I was talking about with my therapist yesterday, we were talking about music, and one of my favorite things to listen to when I have when my brain is too noisy is listen to John Coltrane's Love Supreme album with headphones. And it's like, number one, it's a very emotional album. But number two, the thing with it is that John Coltrane is mono, and then the ensemble is mono. So like the percussion and everything is mono, and they're on two different channels. So saxophone is in your left ear, and then percussion and everything else is in your right ear. And if you focus and try to figure that out, like try to listen to both at once without like finding the center point and just like hearing the song. If you try to focus on each piece individually while listening to the other piece individually at the same time, nothing else can possibly happen within your brain. It like it splits your brain in two, and you kind of have to like, I don't know, it's a very good like, I need to reset kind of thing. Finished a few No Man's Sky expeditions, that counts. Those count. Those are like, that counts. Those are like little short games. At 300 tickets now, might make a run at the trophy. Yeah, that's fair. Dave Brubeck 5. Fair. I think everybody has that like comfort album, you know, where no matter like what's happening, you just put that album on and you're good to go. I have a lot of those albums. I have a lot of those albums that I can listen to just like forever and never really get tired of it. Is that your Desert Island album, Bob? Stranded on a desert island, you get one album. One album you'll listen to for the rest of your life. No. It's a really hard question. I don't... My answer to that question changes every day. Every day I have a different album. It's never the same. You know, like... Yesterday, I probably would have said Tool Undertow. That was the mood of yesterday. Today, though, today's more of a Turbulent Indigo by Joni Mitchell. Lindsey Sterling album? Yeah, same. Like, that's That's really good. Stuff that's interesting. Miles Davis kind of blew. I mean, A Love Supreme, John Coltrane is... You could listen to that forever. Gorillaz, Plastic Beach. Yeah. There are so many. There's so many. It's one of the funniest things about music. Like, music is intrinsically a shared experience, but it's a shared experience that everyone experiences differently. If that makes sense. Also, talking heads stop making sense. Fun fact about that album, Bob. Recording that album, like every band when they record albums, they work with studio artists and stuff. My dad was a studio artist on that album. Yeah. Sometime Tuesday morning. It's a good shout. Talking Heads is a good shout. I mean, like, Clash. Like, I could listen to the Clash every day for the rest of my life. No. He just helped them when they were in town. He was living in New York at the time. He rehearsed with them when they were on SNL. But he was a studio artist for a couple different people. And like his band was a duet, and his partner went on to become a producer and produced like some Springsteen stuff, a couple Billy Joel albums. Like the house growing up, my house had like this, like the formal living room, you know, where we had like my great grandmother's couch in there that no one was allowed to sit on. Two of the walls were covered in bookshelves. Like, the house was an old Victorian, and we had two walls in that room that were covered in bookshelves, and it was just vinyl. The one covered in plastic, yes. Yeah. Jake, thank you for the lurk. Selfie, good to see you again. Like, music is music. It's irreplaceable. Irrefutable. It is the largest shared experience in humanity's history. One of my favorite things is when, like, someone shares a artist or a song that I've never heard before. It makes my day every time. Just stole your mom's LP collection, taking your daughter through it. My one brother stole my dad's, all his vinyl. Just, when he moved out, he just took it all. Some of those albums are fucks too. He had a white album pressing on white vinyl that was super rare. This morning I was listening to Lake Street Drive If you've never heard Lake Street Drive, do yourself a favor and listen to some Lake Street Drive. All ball in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. Had a lot of Motown. A lot of classical. No, Chemical. No. Sigur Rós I Am. Less Friction doesn't ring a bell. I may have heard them. Let's see. Oh, yes. I've definitely heard Louder Than Words. Definitely heard Louder Than Words. I don't know that I've listened to anything else, but I do recognize Louder Than Words. I'm going to leave that up. I'll listen to more of them later today. A couple days ago, I revisited. I hadn't listened to them in a while, but Rodrigo y Gabriela. Absolutely fantastic classical guitars. Really, really good. I hadn't listened. Someone brought it up randomly. I was like, oh my god, I have not listened to them in probably 5 or 6 years. World on Fire is pretty great. Yeah. It's not really viral, Pat. It's only a couple hundred likes, so that's not really viral. It's the largest post I've ever had on the platform for sure. But well, it's just about to cross 1,000. But remember them opening up for Apocalypta? Yeah. Drumming is great too. I love listening to bands like that, and then like once I get comfortable with their music, going back and listening to like how they do their arrangements, and then trying to isolate as I'm listening to the individual pieces, you know, and you kind of discover like, oh my god, this like one of the most underrated drummers in the world is the drummer for Polyphia, Clay. The way he arranges and drums and just the weird stuff that he does in their songs, you know, like Ego Death with Steve Vai. Right as Steve Vai comes in, he starts doing this like little drummer boy, like marching soldiers. And then you have Steve Vai doing his boomer bends. And it's weird and really cool. Yeah, he is, I mean, every single member of that band is a monstrosity. And I'm not entirely sure they're human. Like, Tim Henson is a mutant. I don't think he's actually... We need a genetic test. I don't think he's human. But Clay on drums, Clay on bass, and Scott, the other guitarist, they're all just ridiculous. The entire band is ridiculous. That's what makes their music so fun. Massive visibility. Yeah, the 0 follows I've gotten off of that post. People see that post and they're like, oh, this guy's funny. Then they look at the rest of my posts and go, oh, never mind. Huge sponsorship opportunity. Yeah. They're going to see the rest of my posts and be like, yo, we should get this guy to cover some Siege Pro play. You know? Like, next, the Salt Lake Major starts for Siege next week, so anybody who follows me based off of that post is going to be very quickly unfollowing me. What are we waiting on right now in the game? Production. So we have top right up there, Chemical. You can see Nuclear Pasta. We're at 904 out of 1,000. So once that is done, we're going to disconnect that and run the Nuclear Pasta over here. And plug it into this guy to make Singularity cells. Those Singularity cells are going to go into this guy to make Ballistic Warp Drives, which is the thing we need 200 of up there. And then the other thing that's up there, we're at 600 of 1,000, is the Biochemical Sculptors. We're currently making 10 of those per minute. So in another 40 minutes, that'll be done. Keep undercutting yourself and take a pat on the back. No, I will not. That's what's cool about Blue Sky. Huge skeet, no further engagement. Yeah, I have had to block a couple people. But only like 2, and then ignored like 6 DMs. But that's, I mean, compared to, like, I had posts pop off on like Twitter, and it was just cesspool. So, like, you get just a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach as soon as like your tweet would cross like 500 likes, and you're like, oh god, here they come. What minority group is going to be blamed for some part of my post? Actually, yes. The quite a few people have recommended I find a new one, Bob, because it's destructive behavior, or like, oh, and then they'll start laying into you for being overweight. It's like, Jesus Christ. Find something in life that you enjoy and get off the internet. Penny's mad at me. Wifeboat just got home. Penny's mad at me because I got to pet her boyfriend this morning. So as soon as I walked in, she was just attached to my leg. Nose
I would like to see the
buried.
baby.
Just the betrayal. He was bad too. He jumped on me. He was bad. He jumped on me. His dad was like, "Ooh." Like, no. Like, jumped up, put his paws on my shoulders. There's a big Samoyed, big white fluffy cloud named Cody. Kodiak, who Penny is in love with. He is gorgeous. He's a very good boy. He's a very big boy, and he has one ear halfway up just like flops over, which just takes the adorableness factor to about 1 million. Anyway, he's really good, really well behaved, and then he like jumped on me today, and his dad was like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" I'm a puppy parrot perch, apparently. No, don't you jump on me, ma'am. Ma'am. Let me say hi to Wifeboat real quick and refill my coffee. I'll just mute. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's probably Zelda. This is Game Chops. So most likely it was a Zelda song. It was, yeah, Zelda's Lullaby. Best thing about Game Chops, number one, I mean, Zelda lo-fi is a whole genre on its own. Number one. And Game Chops is all DMCA free, so we love that here. Maybe I should finish building this corner of the factory while I'm waiting. You know, finish putting windows up and stuff. Instead of just standing here talking about music like a... Whoop. Oh, I don't have power run over here. That also seems like something I should probably do. There. There. What did I do? What was I doing with the roof here? I was going to close this all in, and then I realized it's a lot easier to just not. No, go on. No. Yep. There we go. Nope. I have no idea what I did in the corners here. Some big bulbous overhang. Maybe I should leave the corner. And then on the front and back, just do the glass. I think that is the better plan. That's a 4 meter, right? You heard, I talked about, oh my god, my brain just went empty. Never mind. I'm tired, boss. No, this needs to be... How did I get that to overhang like that? I completely forgot where I was going with that point, so I'm just gonna let it lay. There. 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 Fine. 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 Isn't, Ubuntu is being, like, attacked horrendously, isn't it? Yeah, that's not... That needs to be there. Don't acknowledge Ubuntu's existence. No, they're being like every part of, I forget the parent company for Ubuntu, but like every part of their systems is being like massively DDoS'd. Like crazy attack. Oh, I didn't want to do this on the backside. No! I gotta run more power over here. You know, like 5-10 years ago I would have agreed with you, Bob, but now, you know how much stuff I run on Windows that just keeps breaking because Windows? Canonical, yes, thank you. That's a corner down ramp? Oh, that's what I did. Wait, so then... No! Sorry, I had to sneeze. Give me new BS. Yeah. If, I mean, like, my problem is my streaming software stuff doesn't run on Linux. Oh, okay. So I need that on the last one. That's how I did that. Up here. Up here. But that needs to rotate. I can't rotate it again. Firebot does at least? Yes. OBS? Have you run OBS's Linux client? Can I recommend Selphia Firebot? All jokes aside, and shots at Zunder aside, Firebot does everything you need, and does have full Linux support. OBS, on the other hand... Ugh. Even I don't hate myself that much. Yeah. Is it supported? Technically. It is technically supported. Friend streams on Linux. They used OBS for that. exists. It can work. I use a huge number of plugins and stuff. For instance, the voice meter that I have on screen right now, the waveform, that does not have a Linux plugin. My simulcasting to YouTube does not have a Linux client. OBS alternative that doesn't require 67 hours of setup time would be nice. I mean, if you look at Stream Elements and all those that make their own client or whatever, it's just an OBS branch that they put a GUI on that makes it a little more user-friendly. Voice Meter Banana does not really work on Linux. I don't even remember if it has a Linux distro. I know the last time I messed around with... I had my old PC before I built this one. I had dual boot, and... Ugh. Ugh. I couldn't get anything to work. It was just an exercise in frustration. Yeah, then there's, like I have a Go XLR, which is one of my biggest regret purchases in the history of streaming. Does it function? Yes. Does it now have ongoing software support? Yes. Does it do everything that I need it to do and wanted it to do? No. Does it have a button? Yes. So I mean trade-offs. But I had already gone through, like I used to use Mackie mixers. And they just, boy, the quality of their stuff just plummeted in the last, like, 10 years. Ridiculously so. At least, like, the prosumer market stuff has really, really fallen off. Like, one of the resistors, my old Mackie mixer, one of the resistors started whining. So there was nothing I could do to get it out of the broadcast, so I had to get a new mixer. So they replaced it for me, which was cool. It was only 2 years old, so they sent me a replacement, and that one had coil whine, had resistor whine out of the box, brand new. Swearing is like your third language. First being sarcasm, second being English. I think swearing is like second. English is a fourth. As somebody who knows quite a few Aussies. Third being dad voice. Dad voice is a powerful tool, Fari. You can only use it so many times. It has diminishing returns. Miss having a bleep button. Yours was voice mod. Yeah. I don't know how, like, genuinely, I don't understand when GoXLR's parent company went under and support stopped. I don't know how at that point or until now, like, Corsair / Elgato hasn't stepped in and bought their stuff. Because at this point, like right now, they could get that stuff for a song. And then Elgato could re-release the Go XLR with Stream Deck integration. You know, like, don't they already own Blue? Yes. Blue doesn't have they could just integrate it with like the Blue brand, or like I think it's a mix, because like Elgato has been positioning itself as, you know, the #1 go-to for hardware for, like, just put it under one of your brand umbrellas. Aussie dashcam compilations. There's one of my son's favorite YouTube Shorts guys is a dump truck driver from New Jersey, and it's just dash cam of him and his running commentary as he like drives a dump truck through Newark. Like, yeah, I like they had been positioning themselves as like the go-to for streamer hardware, right? They still are. It just, I kind of expected them to be like, yo, we can get this for real cheap and we don't really have to do anything other than like rebrand it and make the software worse, and then it's good to go. Like, that's all they gotta do. Easy peasy. Twisty, hello. Good morning. Have a few tow truck channels favorited. They clean up semi-truck wrecks on the highway. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, the term for it is competence porn. I love watching people do their jobs competently. Like, having people who are just like really, really good at their jobs is incredibly fascinating to watch. The fact they have trucks that could just yank a fully loaded truck or trailer out of the ditch. Yeah. Yeah. I like watching people who rig stuff for cranes and lifts and transport and stuff, because that's a whole, like, that's an entire career path. Like, getting that stuff balanced and rigged up correctly. All right, 50 more Hasta on that. The biochemical sculptors might finish before that. Yeah, I was flipping around. My son's been watching more basketball, so we got home and he was like, "Oh, aren't the Knicks playing?" I was like, "Oh yeah, let me check the score." And that's when I posted the score in Discord. So, oh, okay. How did you lose 2 games to this team? Genuinely. Video yourself a backhoe driver using the arm and the bucket to basically climb the backhoe down into a storm. Yeah, that's good. Good backhoe operators are incredible to watch. I have 2 running and they're overclocked FLCL, so we're making 2 per minute, I believe, at the moment. Both of these are running overclocked. I do have enough powder for it, so. Because Brunson was hurt, it's fair. Yeah, so I'm making 2 per minute. And then we're making 10 biochemical sculptors per minute. So. Got lots of time crystals. How many? Actually, let me look at my Fused modular frames. Because I need 500 of those to finish that milestone. You don't have to finish the milestone to finish the game, but like... It's Knuckly or Pasta, yeah. 100, 200, 300. Yeah, see if this breaks. It may. I should have enough casings. Heavy modular frames might be a problem, but we'll see. I should have enough built up that it won't be real bad. I was gonna label my belts. Oh yeah, I gotta do that on every floor though. That's so much work. I was gonna do that. Thank you, Sylvia. Alright, so first one is computers. That's why I put that. That's what this whole beam is for. That it won't sit in the middle of, because why would it? Computer. Should I just do... I hate that you can't center... If you just do the icon, you can't center the icon. It is quite annoying. Get them in place, and then we'll come back along and change them to the product. Alright, so this one is rotors. This one is reinforced frames. Modular frames. This one is motors. Oops. This one is reinforced plates. This is concrete. Red nut. What happened? Why did all my trains break? What? What happened? Why are you stopped? You're stopped. Why? What train are you? That one can't come in because this one's stopped. That one, you should be able to go in. You can't because that one's stopped there. Alright, hang on. That should free up that train over there, which frees up that train, which frees up that train. I'm going to put another, so this doesn't happen again. Add another block there. Did I add a drone? No, that's the diamond train that I added. That was like a perfect storm of timing because of how this backs up. So now I just got to get the rest of this stuff moving. It caused a cascade of backup, basically. Should be able to put a block signal there too. So then things can queue up over here instead of all the way back there. Gonna make a new run focusing on a 67 by 67 factory, having all the machines inside that, but I don't know if you want to deal with vertical lifts given the problems you have with them. I don't know if you saw the post FLCL on experimental on 1.2. They have fixed vertical belts and splitters. Where are you going? To 5. That's one of the things that was mentioned in the patch notes. Is fixing vertical splitters. And they're taking it... So right now, there's basically like notches where you can put it. Like the spacing. They're taking that away so that it's placed more like the splitters are on regular belts. So it's free placement. So like the issue that I have where they're placed above, too far above the floor, that will no longer be an issue. I'll be able to slide that down so it's level with the floor and stuff like that, which is really nice. Today's the first official day. Congrats, Thunder. That's awesome. I'm proud of you, buddy. Alright, this stuff should start clearing now. Very slowly, but it should start clearing. Nitro train's going. Okay. Yeah, so this just creates an extra buffer on the backside here because we added extra trains to that without having an additional buffer. I have so many trains. I have so many trains. He should roll into there, and then that should clear you. Yes. Okay. Trains are cool. They are. Particularly when they... Why did you get preference? Go. Green means... This train needs to just go. Green means go. Okay. You're gonna go to there. That's gonna slide you up, slide you up. Another train will come out of there into the next queue. Nitro goes through, then you should clear. You should clear. Yes? Yes. Okay. Kappa, what's going on? Okay. No more blinking. We're good. Yeah, that caused a serious cascade. How large is this complex? So the genesis, the idea behind this was the vertical belt edition, the vertical splitters. So I wanted to create a main factory where trains came in and we had a vertical bus running to every floor of the factory. So we have 40 lines. So we have 10 train stations with 4 freight terminals each on either side. So that feeds in, and those go under here to feed over to the vertical bus. So all those trains feed in under here. And that sends stuff up to every floor. So the idea was we get 40 different components brought to this factory. And then when I need to make something, I can just plop a machine down on one of the floors of the factory and then plug in the components that I need, which has worked pretty well. It does make it a little messy sometimes with the connections on the factory floor. But overall, it has worked pretty well. So then those come up, and I created a buffer system here. So they come up and they feed, each line feeds into a storage container, and then out of the storage container back into the line with a merger. So it creates a huge buffer for every single product that comes in, and then we can feed off of that into dimensional depots, which I've only done a couple so far. But every single one of these could be on a dimensional depot. So then when we come up, you know, like these guys, we needed to make more crystal oscillators. So just plopped that down, grabbed AI limiters off of the belt over there, grabbed rubber here and crystal here, plugged that in, and we're good to go. You know, so anything that we need to make, like we needed to make biochemical sculptors. So we plugged in, I have the water towers on either end of the factory, pumping water up, and those run in here. So plug in the water. We've got a drone port back here that's bringing in those assembly director systems from the other factory. The trigons are coming from over there, which we were shipping in fixite ignites over here. So we can... Yeah. It took a lot of setup. It took a lot of setup, but now when I need to make... That's why the back end of phase 5 has gone so quickly. It's like, oh, I need this. Boom, 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 boom. Plugged in. Good to go. Actually, biochemical sculptors are almost done. That might be... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be it. The vertical belts have been an absolute nightmare. They're still kind of bugged. I would not recommend doing this until 1.2 goes live and they get that a little more squared away. Because I've had to tear down and replace these vertical belts a couple times, and also the roof of the factory, I cannot feed them out. The belts do not feed onto the roof, despite them being there, and you can see the product poking up through the floor hole. Doesn't exist. All right. Biochemical sculptors are done. Done. Nuclear pasta, almost done. $15 more. Got another, like, 6 minutes. That'll be done, and we'll plug it into here. So let me get a belt running over here so we can grab that. All right. So once that finishes, we'll get rid of this, connect you there, and it'll be good to go. Ooh, you know what? Let me grab some trigons and some time crystals, and we'll swap that out for Mark 6 belts, because I haven't really used Mark 6 belts, so we'll do that. I got trigons down here. Where's my trigons? Trigons are one more floor down. There's the trigons. Okay. Hey, Mr. Drone. Mark 6. Lasers! Laser belt. Zoom. That's gonna go a lot faster. Oh, that bugged. Wait. Is that a... that doesn't look very clean. That is not a 90-degree turn. Oh, it goes up. That's what I'm seeing. Never mind. That's so fast. Zoom. Oh, I'm out of time crystals. 6 more. I did want to replace all of the vertical belts on the front with Mark 6 belts, but yeah, you're so fast if you... Yee! Break the sound barrier. I have enough sloops now. We can sloop the ballistic drive, so that'll go even faster. And we can also overclock this because we are making 10 singularity cells per minute. So that'll be 4 per minute. And we only need 200. Let me go grab a couple more time crystals. Time crystals. Gonna do the thing. Yeah. The thing is gonna happen. The thing will happen. In not all that long. I don't have any more Mercer spheres, Pat. I haven't gone to get any, so. Two more. One more. There it goes. Boom. Now we connect you to there. And we start making the final thing. That's crazy. So that shoots those up here. We only need 1 per minute for this. We're still making 2 per minute. Here it comes. Think. This turns on. My trains are running, right? Yeah, okay. Can't believe this is gonna be... This is crazy. And go. This is going to make 4 per minute. We're going to be done with time to spare. There's the first one. Oh yeah, the first process doesn't count the sloop, which is really annoying. The first time it goes through, it doesn't pull the sloop. Away we go. So that made 2, which wasn't... Here. Well, it should be making 4 per minute. Oh, it's processing at 30 seconds. Okay, so it'll be 2 each chunk. Okay. Insanity. The superposition oscillators, by the way, if you've never seen them like sitting on a belt, it's really cool. They kind of look like the hammers on a piano when you look into the distance, watching them on the belt. I do need to get more fused modular frames. Do I have fused... Let me scooch over to my other base real quick and see if I have fused modular frames left over. I don't remember if I do. I know I was making some at some point, but I don't know if I used them all that were here. So I have 300 built up at the other thing, so if there's a couple stacks left here, I'll be able to finish that milestone. Which doesn't really matter, but... Oh! Yes! I have a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Turns out, yes. I have a few left. That's the final milestone.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Designer Mark III allows for 20% increased blueprint size in all dimensions, for an overall 71.2% increase in volume. Sadly, I doubt we will see equivalent increases in your efficiency.
Okay. It's a little rude. Although, it wouldn't be Ada without her being a little rude, you know? Just keeping me honest? Sure. We'll call it that. I can't believe this is happening. I genuinely, with full disclosure, never anticipated this was going to happen. I 100% did not think I would ever actually finish this game and that it was going to become a meme. You unlocked trains yesterday and cackled so hard at her. Choo choo. Yeah, that's a fantastic line. I think everybody cackles at that line. Every save file that I make from now on, when I have batteries and power towers unlocked, I'm making a blueprint of this. And I'm doing that from now on. Because that just works. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. 25 of 200. It's the stress relief before Ada starts talking to the mushroom people again. Yeah. I should really build another one of these. But I don't have the sloops for it. One of the things they're adding, one of the fixes that they had in the 1.2 experimental patches, so you can paint, you can customize the tracks with metal finishes, but it doesn't do anything. Apparently, now it does. So you'll be able to have like copper tracks or gold tracks, and they'll actually work. Speaking of Aussie, did you know the opening cutscene video has captions translating Ada into Aussie? That's hilarious. I'm gonna need to look that up. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I gotta look at that. That's really funny. Ding, ding. Probably finish this side too. No, I did the bottom. If you're in Discord, Selphia, feel free to post it in like streaming talk. Oh no, wait, no, not there. This one. There. And then we do half C. And then another one of those on the corner. And then a half C's. And you there. Okay. And we do the underside. Boom. Okay. This is still running, right? Oh, did I go through... went through all of that? Oh, it uses 50 per minute, no wonder. I mean, I have more than enough dark matter built up. Probably. I should. Right? $20 per minute. So I'm using 100 per minute. Let me go grab the rest of that. Let me go grab the rest of that Sam just to make sure. That'd be hilarious if I got to like 175 and then I was out of dark matter crystals. By hilarious, I mean fitting. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Those were on that floor. Pop in here and go down one. If I start a new save file on 1.2, not having the hover pack is the worst thing. It's the worst thing. What is this one? Screws. Sure. Sure. Hover pack makes life so much... It makes building so much easier because you get a better perspective when you're trying to line stuff up. I mean, like, the jetpack's fine. The parachute's fine. Like, but... Finally got it. You knew it would be a game changer. Had no idea how much until now. Yeah, it makes everything so much easier. Commander, good to see you again. Like, particularly building and getting stuff lined up and whatnot is just... The level of better that it is indescribable. From A tier to S tier, yeah. There's pretty much nothing left in there. I may end up needing more. Let me go... I have some being made right there. I'm gonna go steal some of that. Just in case, because I really don't want to run short. I really, really, really don't want to run short. Coffins, good to see you again. Mm-hmm. I've seen some really cool setups, particularly for fuel gens and stuff on the subreddit for the game. Some really interesting ways to build them out. Somebody did this, like, they put them out on the water. Did it in like a clover pattern, which was really interesting. Made the distribution stuff look really good. Made it really clean. Yeah, first time. First time. I've gotten to phase 5 before. And then never really progressed beyond that because I was not making enough of anything to really get phase 5 done. And this time I spent so long building up the foundations and the early stuff that phase 5 has felt pretty straightforward. The jetpack lets you move faster in bursts, yeah. Oh, that's all being taken? Really? Huh. Huh. On the road to see the Midnight tonight? Oh, I'm jealous, Bauer. That's a great show. Plus, they got some new stuff they're going to be performing too, which is awesome. Alright, well... I guess I'll have to go all the way over there where I'm making the other stuff to see if I have extra SAM. You late to really like them? Indifferent for years. Finally sink in last year, yeah. There's, like... we talked a lot about music earlier on. But, like, the right music at the right time. Like, there's stuff that I've heard where I'm like, it's fine. But then I hear it at a different point in my life where I'm feeling different things. I thought that was my fuse blowing, and I was about to... a brick. And suddenly it's like, this is way more enjoyable. It's really interesting the way that works. Like, so many songs and bands and albums are tied to, like, specific feelings for me and, like, moments in my life that it's interesting. The Midnight is not something I can listen to when I'm feeling down. I gotta be feeling pretty good to listen to the Midnight. Otherwise, it'll cause a cascade. Not that their songs are depressive or anything. They're, you know, they can be. But, like, just because of those associations, you know. Oh yeah, I have a bunch built up over here. Okay. Well, maybe not a bunch. Let's steal that. And, oh, I never finished... Right, I ran out of silica last time I was here. I forgot. I never finished this building. Oh well. It's staying unfinished. The Casualties? Nice. Also a good show. So, John Batiste is going to be in Philly near my birthday. I was thinking about going to that. Little birthday present to myself. Speaking of shows that'll make you smile. Yeah, at the Man. I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. I could listen to that dude talk about music or life or anything for hours. Like, talk about like golden retriever energy. That guy is just sunshine made sentient. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, 100%. It's like I said before, music is the largest shared experience in humanity's history. But it's also one of the most personal things in the world. And it's such a unique juxtaposition where it is intensely personal while also being in just a huge shared experience. But it's a shared experience that is unique to everyone that's a part of it, which is fascinating. Like, that's a fascinating dichotomy. All right. Yeah, Soul's fantastic. He's... If you've never listened to him talk about music, Commander, like, it's really great. He was on, if you've ever seen on, like, YouTube Shorts or TikTok or something, Trackstar, the guy who does, like, name the song, you get $5, and then it's double or nothing going up. He has artists and celebrities on to do that, and then they donate the money to charity. And he had John Batiste on, and he just, like... It's a really fun watch. It's one of the longest ones they've ever done because where do you cut that? Like, you can't cut that. It's like 20 minutes of him just talking about music, you know. Park in the top lot and walk in from the back. Do not follow the main traffic crowd. Yeah, really, really fun guy. He did a jazz cover of Song of Storms. It's on YouTube somewhere, which is really good. Speaking of Zelda lo-fi. FLC. That bunny you just posted. I'm immediately sending that to Wifeboat. Salvia, you should have access to the rest of the server now. FYI. Do, 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 do. Okay. I should have enough of this left still, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 1,000 left? Yeah. Yeah. We should have enough. At least between that and the production. We should have enough. Halfway there. Yeah, I only need... It's 40? Ooh. Man, that's a lot. I didn't realize that's a lot. 40 per minute on that and 20 per minute on that. Or 8. So I need 100 per minute on those. That actually might not be enough. We'll see what happens. I don't have any... I have 1 sloop left. Is anything slooped that I don't need to sloop? No, Mo. How many? We got 30 nuclear pasta built up. So I... Oh, those aren't slooped, though. That's slooped. I could pull those. I have a ton of pressure conversion cubes built up. So I can pull those sloops. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. Neither of these aren't. Those are just overclocked. And then these aren't slooped, right? Those are just overclocked. Just need 1 sloop. Oh, you can half sloop, right? The ones that need 4, you can put 2 in, right? A 1.5 modifier. One to 4, yeah. Should be okay. That should be okay. I think... I may end up being prophetic. I may end up running out of dark matter crystals around like 175. Yeah. Let's turn this back on. That'll make more dark matter residue. Might as well. Because I don't need any of those other components. So we'll put you there. And then we'll throw a sink over here. Dude. Need a power line. Where's power? Just plug in that. $225 for lawn tickets? They're like New Jersey prices. So how much is this outputting? 75. And 25, so we can drop this down to 70, to 50. Oh, we can drop this down to 30. Okay. Well, if I pull this, let me do 50. Add another sloop. Nerdin, happy Friday. I think I'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. $67 more. Whew. Six, seven. Ding, 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 ding. Yes? That's a silly question. Yeah. So then this needs to be 75, right? Yeah. Masters of the Shaolin. Yeah. Zax, what's going on? Why is this feels stressful? Why do I feel stressed by this? Because I might run out of dark matter crystals. I might not. But I might. But I might not. But I might. But I might. Could be gestures, baby. You know what? You really don't have to be more specific than that, Science. Thank you. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. Make more. I mean, I ramped my production back up. I probably shouldn't have ramped my production down to begin with, but... Nah, it's all tapped. I went and grabbed a bunch. It'll still produce. Because I'm running the thingies, so... It'll still produce, it'll just slow down. 55 left. I wonder if my anxiety over getting it done is that I don't want to be done. I don't know if that's what it is. I can start a new file with the randomizer. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm getting anxious over. I really want to do that, you know? Rarely 100% games for similar reasons, yeah. I did a grassland start, Commander. But I didn't... I did the grassland start and then immediately left and built my base here. Because there's iron and copper, pure iron and pure copper nodes here, as well as pure limestone. So I started in the grasslands and then just ran up here and started my base here. Because then easy access to oil, easy access to coal. So I did that. Maybe have a look at yourself in the mirror for a first time as a finisher of games. I've finished games. Not a lot. But, you know, I've done it. It's happened. Easy access to water. Yeah. Yeah, so I started there. Like, well, started in the grasslands and ran up here. And built there. So everything up to phase 4 was completed in that factory. And then I started building this factory. And we shipped phase 4 from here. And now we're going to ship phase 5 from here. Brought you coffee in bed in your tug mug? Psh. It's a keeper right there. That's a keeper. You know? That's how you know. That is how you know. I am, as much as, like, there's been issues here and there. I'm really proud of the train system that we got going. You know? Because it's a lot of trains, man. And they're all coming to the same place. There's been a couple hiccups. But overall, for the most part, they've run without issue. Built a power plant over the water in the same area. Ran it on the angle of the coastline. Didn't snap it to the grid. I mean... you can have the grid just run into those foundations and kind of have a messy intersection where it comes together. But, like, I kept everything on the global grid because I knew I was connecting everything via trains. And that would make making my interconnections between all the different factories that I have significantly easier. So that's why I kept everything. And like initially this main artery across the water here along this shoreline was not on the global grid. But then when I was connecting stuff up to it, it started creating issues. So I tore it out and redid it onto the global grid. But you don't necessarily have to. But when you start to get, particularly because I knew I was going to do so many trains, I wanted everything to be on the grid. Yeah. Yeah, just having a power facility is fine. Like, my power facility uses compacted coal, which is delivered by train, so I wanted that to be on the grid. $33 more. We're gonna be done in less than 10 minutes. Then I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like when you finish a really good book. Or like a really long, good TV series. And you just get depressed because you don't know what to do. Nothing's gonna hit right. Book hangover, yeah. Alright. We're getting close, so while we're waiting for this to finish, now that more people are here, between now and the start of summer break, which is like mid-June, streams are going to be sporadic at best, and mostly non-existent. I had one of the topics I've been talking to my therapist about is my burnout from content creation and stuff, and she has strongly recommended several weeks now that I need to take a break. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll still sporadically pop on, most likely probably on the second channel, which is /tugboat backwards. But I might pop onto this channel as well. It won't be consistent times, it won't be consistent days. It'll be, I feel like playing something, and it's during the day when the kids are at school, so I'll just, like, throw on a stream. But mostly I'm going to be taking a hiatus for the next, like, month and a half. So, after today, there's probably not going to be a stream on Monday. Trax, good to see you. So, I figure between now and then, once the kids get out of school and we get into summer break, that gives me a lot more freedom to stream at different times and, like, be a little more loosey-goosey and not be as structured. And then with both of them going into high school next year, can't spell things. It's all one word, tugboat backwards. Spelled out. Not spelling tugboat backwards. It's the word tugboat and the word backwards. Murph, how's it going? So today, when we finish Satisfactory, will be my last stream for a while. And then once they get out of school, once we settle into summer break, I'll try and figure out like a little bit more of a different schedule. Things may shift around a bit. I've debated about maybe shifting my stream time to nights, or I don't know, but we'll see. Once the fall comes and they're both in high school at the same time, that means my mornings go from being like 3.5 hours of morning school prep to like an hour, which will be so nice. So particularly in the fall, we'll probably get back onto a standard schedule, seeing how the break goes and everything. So, and we'll go from there. But it really has gotten to the point where the struggle that I have just to click go live and to come on it's tough. So this will be my last stream for a bit. Be on hiatus for the next like month and a half. So if you want to catch the rando streams that I do during that time, then best thing to do is to join the Discord. There's a live notification role that you can get. So you'll get pinged in Discord whenever I go live. You can also hit the little bell icon on Twitch, but that is so drastically inconsistent. Wildly inconsistent as to whether or not it actually notifies you, whereas Discord will definitely notify you. So that's what's going to be happening. So just as an FYI, she pulled when we were talking about it, I was like, I just don't know what to do, and she goes, no, you absolutely do know what to do, you just don't want to do it, which is really, really rude. Like, super rude. The number of times your therapist has done that. Yeah. Like, how about you mind your business? How about that? In your stupid comforting tone. Shut up. And I went and got my milkshake. That I pay you for, right? Yeah. Ooh, buddy. Oh, we're almost out. Look at that. It's so close. Oh, no. Tell me we're going to run out. We need 5 more. Five more is 200. So we're good. We have enough, thank God. It's real close though. If I hadn't, you know what? If I hadn't gone and gotten that stuff and cranked that back on, we probably would have run out right around where I said, around 175. There are times when I don't know what to do. Well, yeah. No. There's definitely times when you don't know what to do. But then there's definitely times where your brain's like, I don't know what to do. And a deeper part of your brain is like, no, you definitely know what to do. You just don't want to do it. Working on phase 5 too, but your factories are pretty scuffed. Yeah. That's fine though. As long as it works. One more. Less than 30 seconds. Job contract ended 2 weeks ago. You're intentionally taking time off as well. How much power do I have online now? I'm producing 31K. My max consumption is 40 though. So, it's fine though. Hey. Guess what? Guess what? Let me pause the music. Because, it's happening, y'all.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant.
All right. Here we go. Saved the day. Probably. Do.
Phase 5 completed. Return to the space elevator after the resources have been processed and added to Project Assembly. Launch can then be initiated from there. While waiting, please do not break anything. Solve any issues immediately and efficiently. Ensure your power network is stable. Perhaps it is best if you do not touch anything at all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment.
It's over. It's done. Current instruction, check oil. Set fuel injection to level 5. Activate bus B1. Set left stabilizer to 9. Right stabilizer to 4. Turn gyroscopic balancer X on. Balancer Y on. Balancer Z on. Launch. Boom.
Initiating Project Assembly. Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body.
Did the thing.
Leveling inner and outer rings.
Oh. Oh.
Attaching propulsion to main body.
I don't see any trains up there. Can I take my trains with me?
Fuel lines connected. Attaching control center to main body. Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage.
This is so neat.
Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo. Launch in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
And then it blasts off and hits the moon. They left without me. Whoa! Definitely killed that moon. So now do it again.
Connection with QAR-437 nucleus established and stable. Dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to QAR-436 Akicha, B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of Ada. On behalf of Ada, myself, and all of Fixit, I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have contributed something to this universe that will forever change it. Thanks to your achievements, the next generation of pioneers can now take to the stars and construct, automate, explore and exploit, alongside me. Additionally, you have been promoted to local production manager, effective immediately. Your duties to project assembly may be complete, but your duties to Fixit remain. With your help, Fixit continues to make the universe a better place.
A promotion in this
efficient.
economy?
Stay with Fixit.
Da-da-da. What a game. What a game. Genuinely, without a doubt, one of the best games I've ever played. What a fantastic game. I finished a game, see? I did. It's over. It's done. Yeah, I mean, it would be messed up if they weren't Zunder. Until 1.2. Well, yeah. One cheese pizza. Sir, we have 200 employees. It does, yeah. Just a really fantastic game, man. The square cut will be very, very small squares, yeah. Additional development by Frog Song. I don't know what to do with my hands. Enjoy your pizza flavored postage stamp. I forget, like, this guy, when I had a labor team of 52 people, and this guy bought 3 large pizzas and was like, oh, there's pizza in the break room. So everybody, like, stampeded to the break room for 3 large pizzas. He's like, oh, I'll cut the slices in half. Brother. The fatalistic capitalism humor in it. I mean, at what point does satire become reality? You know? Ban double cut pizza. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Trust me. But they weren't even, like, it wasn't, like, pre-cut into half slices either. So, like, the first, like, 20 people that got in there took full slices. So then by the time we realized there wasn't enough pizza for everybody, it was over. It was done. Fantasy is reality now. Yeah. I mean, you know. I don't know if I'm going to wait for 1.2 to get off experimental. Or if I'm just going to install experimental and mess around with it at some point. A bit. Company has a cake day every month. Celebrate that month's birthdays and anniversaries. I've been in companies that have done that. It works-ish, sometimes. Depends on the company, depends on the people, depends on how many people. Plan to play with mods? No. I don't want to play this with mods because I think that'll ruin my enjoyment. I'd rather just complain about things that are easily fixable with mods. Because that's where my enjoyment comes from. It's over. It's done. It's done. Pioneer purpose concluded. What a mood. Simply for the better truck pathing, trucks only. Yeah. Well, I want to randomize nodes. That's something I've talked about since before 1.0 hit, is that they needed to have a mode with randomized nodes, because it would be fantastic. So, beating my first game. Yeah, Coffins. I'm very excited to do that, because, like, once you've played this game so much, you kind of have, like, you have your methods for doing things, you know? Like, you come over to the West Coast, you build your fuel gens, you know, there's, like, kind of defined, because the nodes are in fixed spots, you kind of have defined steps that you go through with every playthrough. And you can mix around and jump around to different parts of the map and do it slightly differently, but with randomized nodes, that's going to be really interesting. You know, I'm really looking forward to that challenge. That'll be something for the future. PG, good morning. They get a cake from the local bakery, so it's actually a good cake. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Not just like a giant grocery store sheet cake. That's always lovely. And get uncomfortable. Is it your birthday, Nerdin? Wait, what? It randomizes the on Sunday. Oh, happy early birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Nerdin. Or you're banned. Happy birthday, Nerdin. I believe it randomizes, like the nodes are all in the same spot, but it randomizes what they are and the purity. Right? As far as I know.
A kind gesture.
Jake, happy birthday to Nerdin or your band. Thank you for the biddies. I started this save when 1.1 came out, by the way. That's how long it took. So 249 hours. 248 hours, 57 minutes. 249 hours on that. The nodes are all in the same spot, but they're random throughout the world. Where coal was is now sulfur or iron or oil. Yeah. Knowing you're lucky to get the seed that has all impure nodes, only pure uranium. I have seen some screenshots of people getting like oil geysers that are like coal or something, and that just doesn't work. 249 hours. It's a long time. It's a lot of streams. I mean, not all those hours have been on stream, but... Oh, wait. How? All this playthrough, yeah. No, just that save file. Seen Sam in oil nodes, and the look of liquid Sam is cool. Oh, really? The world is supposed to have the same number of pure, normal, and impure of each type. There have been some reported bugs that didn't apply correctly. Well, that's fair. Still have the same rates of resources on the map. So you won't have, like, concrete only. Okay. How? I gotta look up how to get the experimental branch on Epic. Concrete only, any percentage run. Yeah. You can make them all pure too. Yeah. Do they both work? They should. They're just invite links. So they should work. If you do... Yeah, they should both work. And then just drop an emote in the welcome channel. And me or one of the mods will put you through. You install it, like, from the store page? No. Dedicated servers installed from the store page. I'll look it up. They definitely have it somewhere. Not doing that right now anyway. So All right. So as I mentioned while we were waiting for that to run, I'm going to be taking a hiatus from stream for a bit, at least until summer break starts for my kids. So that's like mid-June. I'll still pop on here and there, either here or on /tugboat backwards, to do random things here and there when I can, random times, random lengths, just when I feel like it. But yeah, I'm going to be on hiatus for a little bit. So, and then once summer hits, we'll figure something out depending on what's going on with the kids and all that stuff. So stream's going to be on break for a little bit. And then come fall, when the kids start back up school, hopefully we can get back into something consistent and regular and normal, and we'll go from there. So if you want to be notified when those random streams are going to happen, or if you want news of when streams coming back and all that stuff, the best place is going to be Discord. You can also follow me on Blue Sky. I'll be posting about this on Blue Sky later today, and also I'll be posting on Blue Sky when I do random stuff. So if you're not into joining a million Discords and having Discord pings, you can follow me on Blue Sky, and you'll see posts about that. So enjoy the rest of your Friday, everybody. I can't believe that game is over. It's definitely end of a good book feeling right now. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, everybody. Have an even better weekend. I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. So until then, as always, as ever, remember, be good to each other.